Hey everybody, Cal here, bringing you episode 12 of our Lizardmen Let's Play of Total War Warhammer 2. Continuing on from where things ended last time, we have Mazdamundi here at the siege of Tlaxtlan. We don't really need any siege equipment, we have many dinosaurs and things, so let's just go on in and fight ourselves a siege. Now, according to the balance of power, this will be easy, but as with all sieges, you kind of have to be paying attention because you can still die. You can still get a lot of your units killed if you don't pay close attention to where and how they are deployed and that sort of thing. Skink. It sounds like skink, but he's not a skink. He's a saurus. We'll gamble on a 9. Yeah, so this is the corner map. Again, much cooler looking for Lizardmen, I think. This is sort of particularly interesting. This little bridge here. I kind of wish the capture point was in the back across the bridge instead of on this. I mean, it's weird that it's here, not here, but it would be cooler here. I mean, harder work for me as the attacker, but yeah. Lizardmen, all these landscapes look really, really good. There's an aqueduct here. That's very cool. Or maybe it's a causeway. Maybe it's a bridge or something. Like people enter from over there. I guess it's it's not an aqueduct. It's a causeway. So that's cool. All right. So I think we're going to slap Mazdamundi in with the Stegodons, or I guess we could have. I guess we could split our forces. That might make the most sense, actually. Have our 2 feral stegodons over on this side. They can go in at the left gate, while Mazdamundi and the Bastillodon with the solar engine go in at the right gate. Yeah, so I'll split our groups up like so. Sakul, I think we'll put in over here, and so these guys can go in against the gate here, just to keep some leadership over on this side. Our blessed Pterodon riders with the Fire Leech Bolas, I think we're going to start them off just behind the main line. Okay, and we don't have a ton of shielded units. So I think what we're going to do is the skink cohort with javelins are our only shielded units, really. So I think along with the Sunburst Temple Guards, well, just our Temple Guards that have names. It's just flavor. Okay, so I think these guys will be we'll send those guys in over here. No, I think our main force will come in on the right here. And these guys will come in behind, and all together this will be 5. We'll lock that formation because we want the unshielded units behind the shielded units. Our primary force, with the Temple Guards in the middle, will start out behind them, and then just try to get in between the towers here. And with that, I think we're good to start the battle. So we'll send these guys in fast as you like, and then set the solar engine to start shooting, and Mazdamundi run in there and hit the gate. Move our range units up a bit. early damage into that gate there. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a completely safe place to put the Pterodon riders. Nowhere safe for them to go. So I think they're just going to end up hovering right here, sort of behind the main line. Oh dear, let's maybe not do that. let's not shoot at Mazdamundi. Okay, so this gate is taking a beating. Yes, it is. And we should move these guys up now, because the gate will come down soon, I think. Keep all our units healed up if we can. I'd like to get them down off the walls because oh boy, those guys are taking some huge damage there. Yeah, ranged fire hurts the Lizardmen. I think these guys are gonna come in here and try to get into these Proxigors from behind. Okay. Alright, meanwhile, Mazdamundi, get in there. Lower the abilities of these fellas. Might want to drop some rocks onto the wall here. I think that works. Yeah, it looks like it does. Okay. And Mazdamundi. Can we reach over there? Not quite. Alright. Don't really want to slap down any dangerous magic at the moment. Keep augmenting the winds though. And keep on healing the units that are getting damaged. We'll unlock this group. Okay. Keep our Saurus, who is anti-large, on their solar engine if we can. Mundi can keep on debuffing their units. Turn on fire at will here, because I think we'd like to get that one in and engage melee over here. In fact, I'd like to pull Mazdamundi around. So the Proxigors in here seem to be mostly taken care of. Our Sword Scar veteran should be trying to take care of their lord, I think, or no, on the Ss'ildra Tor solar engine seems like a good place for him. Pterodon riders with Fire Leech bolas can just sort of hover here. It doesn't look like they have any melee units, and this Feral Stegodon is in its element here against these Saurus warriors. Should be having a field day. We can give him a friend to help out there. Mazdamundi can toss down Ruination of Cities, I think. See if we can get some damage into these Croxagors here. A little bit of damage. Come on. There we go. Okay. Nice vortex damage on the Croxagors. Try to get our ranged units up on the walls. These guys are now melee units. Keep on healing up our low health units. This fight over here is going pretty well. Very good matchup for them. And Mazdamundi is mostly having a pretty good time over here. I think this guy, we're going to take off melee mode. Tell him to fire into these Skink cohort up on the wall. Doesn't seem to be able to hit them. I guess they're just not quite big enough. But these Croxagors are on their way out. Sora, Scar Veteran, give chase to their lord. Send our anti-large units in there. And send our javelins in over here. Okay, this should work. One lone Croxagor made it out of there. They are very cool looking. I don't think these Skink cohort are having fun against the Ss'ildra Tor Solar Engine. And that gives us victory. So, might just throw down some regen on some units before we end the battle. And we will end things there. So, a decisive victory for Mazdamundi. And Sykink's forces... Sykink's forces are defeated, despite his silly name. I feel sort of bad for... feel a little bit bad for destroying someone with a silly name, but there you have it. We're just going to go ahead and occupy this because this is a ritual site, and we would like to get that. I agree, Mazdamundi. Globles Clumpe, indeed. So another item. We've secured the creeping jungle. Okay, so this we don't need in both places, so we'll tear that out. I think we may keep the underground lagoon because it can't be built anywhere else. And I think the Temple of Kara is the more exposed of these two settlements. If we were to be attacked by the orcs, it would be at Tlaxtlan, but I hope they're not planning on doing anything suspicious for the next little while. So I think it's the Temple of Karta that we're going to upgrade, as well as Sacred Spawning Caverns. We don't need that immediately. There might be better things to spend the money on in the next few turns. In fact, probably don't even need this here. I'd prefer to have some growth buildings going on here. but are we going to do any recruitment next turn? I don't think so. I think we're just going to start straight in on growth and public order. So if we were to attack this province, no money this turn, so we'll just leave it untaxed for now. Okay, so one thing that I did notice is between the episodes, I'm not sure if I highlighted this in the last episode, that our intervention army, instead of spawning at the Shrine of Zurian, which is not one of the ritual sites this time around, seems to have spawned outside LSI? LSA? I'm going to say LSA. All the pronunciations, all the places in this game are much more difficult than the first game, I think. So this is our intervention army, which, as you can see, has 5 Stegodons, 3 Bilstildons with solar engines, 3 Croxagores, horned ones, 6 chameleon skinks, and some temple guards. So that's a pretty scary army. But what they have to contend with is an okay garrison with a hero in it, plus Tyrion's army. So that's, I mean, if they win, I mean, it could go either way, I guess, depending on what's in this army. But I wouldn't want to have to wouldn't have to bet on this, because it could go either way, really. But hopefully that slows down the high elves, because we're just a little bit behind them. What we also have is this dark elf army here, and I'm wondering if we should give chase or what here. Mako Peaks should be safe, but we're gonna have to get in there and fight them at some point. We can't recruit anything here, although we could grab some blessed units, but I think maybe we wait for next turn, because we can't attack this turn.
Foolish request.
We'll see what they do. I have a feeling they're beelining for maybe the Monument of the Sun, which how many turns? 2 turns. It might take 2 turns for them to get there. So we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah. So, I mean, we could pop out here and hope they attack us. I mean, we have 10 units, they have 10 units, but we are Lizardmen and we have a Carnosaur. But the rest of the army is all skinks, so... and Malakagor has some decent magic, so, I mean, we could probably win it, maybe? I don't know. But that relies on them attacking us, so I'd prefer not to go that way. In Hexawaddle, I realized that we're probably going to tear this out when we get to this maxed out, so we do actually have space for one more building. And I was thinking it should probably be the Weapon Crafters Commune, because then we can then get our Temple Guard Barracks up to level 3, rank 4. It's a little bit confusing. The 3rd of the ranks, and then we can get some Temple Guards into our army, because Mazdamundi naturally has the bonuses to them. So we have an extra level on Zakul. Ooh, and we can get him onto a Carnosaur. I think, yes, please. I think, yes, that's definitely something we want. Yes. Yes, okay. That's that's very nice. Okay. So we have the ritual site, but we're not actually making any ritual currency right now. We need to actually build the building, because it appears to have gotten destroyed between the turns. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do for the moment. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the turn there. And we may face some sort of retaliation from the Lizardmen for taking out what I think was probably their capital. Or no, they took this later, so this is probably their capital over here. But they're probably still not happy with us for doing that. Okay, here's our intervention army who is going to go in siege. Yep, that makes perfect sense. Well, actually, it would make sense for them to go straight in because they have like 8 dinosaurs. If they build siege equipment, I mean, who's even going to man it? Okay, that's an interesting move for the Dark Elves. They just sort of ran in, and I mean, I'm going to kill them next turn if they just sit there. This Doom Engineer is getting out of my land, which is good. I would not like him to destroy my buildings, and the Empire is just sort of wandering around. I don't know what the Empire colonies are doing there. I thought I gave them an attack order on Ss'ildra Tor, but maybe they pieced out. That would be consistent with their previous behavior. Okay, so we have raiding in Shotek's Causeway, the Blood Swamps. The messenger, Ushmak, will bring word of the old ones. The cohorts must be prepared, and if they are, sacred spawning will be rewarded. So they want us to raise or sack the Blood Swamps for Blessed Cold One Spear Riders. Okay, that's the Blood Swamps are all the way over here. Okay, that's probably not going to happen in 10 turns. I don't really see that happening within the next 10 turns. But first things first, let's start building up our Old One Trove. Oh, that's really cheap. And then, I guess we can't put in walls quite yet, but it might not be a bad idea to throw in our skink foraging camp, not cramp, to buff up our growth here. So we'll get another point next turn, which we can use to pop up Tlaxtlan, because I need to get some defenses into this region. Okay, we do have quite a few blessed spawnings and such to draw from, which I think is what we're going to do up here. If we just step just outside the settlement here, we can go into channeling stance, which will get our runes of magic up to 75. What are we missing here? We could use some more Saurus. Yeah, we could use some more Saurus. So why don't we spawn them in? Is that all we need? I think that's all we need. And go in against these elves here. I think we got the garrison as well, so yeah, I'm not really sure what these elves were thinking. I mean, they do have shades. Shades are, you know, a pretty threatening unit, but this is a lot of Lizardmen. So Lichbone Pennant on our Lord, and Skaven Pelt Banner, which is we'll just give Frenzy right now. I want to give Frenzy to our higher level our higher level Saurus warriors there. Or you know what? No, we'll give it to the Blessed Saurus warriors. Give it to the Blessed Saurus warriors. Why not, right? And we'll go ahead. We'll fight this one as well. I'm eager to get into Malakagor's magic. We have quite a bit of we have 2 magic users in this army, so we should have a few different spells, some different strategies to try. And magic is quite powerful in this game. Also, we have a Carnosaur, so I don't like the chances of Nulosi here. I think we might just send the Carnosaur into the well, I mean, we'll see what their deployment is like. 14 magic is an okay start. No reason to risk that. Okay, so most of their army is hidden except for the Witch Elves. So I think we don't have any artillery, but we do have magic users. Malkagor has Wind Blast, which has 80 meter range and 200 meter range for Tempest, which we can't use. Soul Quench is 300 though, so he'll be our artillery. Force them to come to us. We want to make sure that he does not get stuck in with the witch elves though. That would be disastrous. Our main line, if we're going to alternate Saurus with Skinks, with our Skink Javelins on the well, I guess maybe in the front actually, because they have shields. Or actually, all our units have shields, so it doesn't matter. So this will be our main group. Eshwan has, I guess, the longest range, so maybe we'll put him into skirmish mode, just to, cause he's the missile skink, not the caster skink. So I had that wrong initially. So these guys up here, we'll put the Carnosaur on the right. Can't hide or anything in the forest, but we do have a slope here. We can send him down here so they don't know exactly where he is. And I think we're going to put the Javelin Skinks just inside the woods here, just on the edge. So they'll be able to stay hidden and hopefully creep around. So this group, we're going to spread them out across this whole ridge here. And hopefully our Lord will be able to force them to come to us. And why don't we put him in with the other guys? Okay. Like so. Okay. Go ahead and start the battle. Get the Slan up there. Move up a little bit with our main line. I think our dinosaur is still hidden here, so they don't know exactly where it is. And hopefully we can, so we can Soul Quench from here. So let's take a look at this. Okay, that's a good solid hit. And if they just stand there, we're just gonna keep doing this. It doesn't cost that much. 7 magic is not too expensive. Wind Blast is, I think, the better spell. Pause Protection is also pretty good. But if they're just gonna sit there and let us bombard them with artillery, then that's what we're gonna do. Okay, looks like we have some sort of movement here. Oh, that's our reinforcements coming in. Where are they? They're all the way back here. Okay. So why don't these guys just all start moving up? Put this group into group 5. Just send them in there to help out with this situation. Actually, these guys are true missile specialists. Put them on skirmish mode in here as well. Cold One Spear Riders can hide in the forest. And these guys, there's more Saurus Warriors. So why don't we move these fellas back, and we can throw in a Wind Blast like so. Come on. Oh, yeah, it has a really short range. Keep forgetting about that. There we go. This should be a good one. Very nice. Okay. Need to keep our Lord out of there, though. Oh, that is some serious damage he's taking. Put his potion in, get him out of there. Okay. So we're going to send these guys in to melee. Okay. And similarly, we'll send our Saurus warriors in. And I think our Carnosaur will get in there as well. Ugh, all these missile units are disgusting. But this non-armor piercing missile damage should do well against the Witch Elves. Okay. Alright, and we have our Feral Carnosaur doing work over here. These units need to get into here and here. See, now we're thankful for our shields. Go ahead and throw the pause protection on the skin cohort here, who's fading fast. This Carnosaur is doing work down here, and those shades are being forced to run away. So I think one of these units can help out over here. Soul quench these shades. Very nice. Oh, come on. That's very frustrating. Damage resistance on these guys. Okay. Those Witch Elves are taken care of. They're giving chase to the other warriors. Okay. This unit up here needs to collapse in on their lord. 6 can give chase. Use some help down here. Okay, and there comes Murderous Prowess. Carnosaur, still doing work here. Shades holding up amazingly well on that side. Or badly, I'm not really sure how to phrase it, but okay. These units need to push down into here. Once again, we're getting all split up like this. Why are these guys stopped? Why are they standing there? Rather than attacking the shades, that's really weird. Okay. Okay. Carnosaur needs to get into these fellows over here. We're chasing over here. We do have Cold One Riders up here. These guys are winning just based on numbers. Okay, there's the victory. Go ahead and speed this up, see if we can't chase some of these units down. Yeah, kind of a messy, strung out fight. When the skirmishers skirmish, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna catch any more though. Going to end the battle there. This is a Pyrrhic victory. I'm pretty happy with our I'm pretty happy with our performance there. They're crushed pretty bad here. And we got their Lord and their the Death Hag, Witch Elves I think are all taken care of as well. We should be able to follow up and easily crush the remnants of this army as well. I think for the moment we just take the money. Enemy killed in battle. Aura of Quetzal. Ability 47 seconds of increased melee defense and armor, and just +5 melee defense. Okay, that's a nice item. I think between the episodes I'll worry about redistributing the gear to all of the different lords and heroes, because I think it's not particularly interesting to watch me sit here and do that. Okay, yeah, that's. I'm a little bit worried that they're just gonna kill off my Saurus warriors here if I auto resolve it, but okay, good. Yep, we didn't die. Didn't die. And I think we're gonna take the exterminate for a turn of +100 experience. Great Plan Archivist. Chance of spawning nearby foreign armies 25%. That's good. And Malkagor can push on into Xlanhuapec to replenish up. That also puts Eshwan in this region to buff up our income. I think we'll continue on through piercing shots. I think he's gonna mainly be ranged. I think. I don't think he has particularly good melee stats. Now, 310 weapon strength is not all that great for a hero. I mean, we could go down that route, but it doesn't really seem like a smart thing to do. Although he does get a Stegodon eventually, so maybe. But Stegodon changes all the stats, so 15% missile damage. I mean, that's not tons. You know what? Actually, we have a second point of boost income here that we can do. So why don't we do that? Get a little bit more money going on here. Just a little bit. At the same time, Malkagor gained a level. So now the question. So we could go down. The blue tree, which has Renowned and Feared up at the top here. Overall reduction in costs, gifts to the jungle, that sort of thing. I think magic resistance, miscast chance reduction. I think we already have these spells, so yeah, what is this? Reduces the costs for Foz protection. I think we're gonna start with just our first point in the top yellow tree, I guess the magic tree, and that's what we'll do there. Oh, we still have another skill point, gained 2 levels there. That's nice. Okay, so I think we also, I mean, he is a caster. Best to put points into his casting abilities. That one I think just gives us overcast for it, which yeah, so it gives us an effect area on Foz protection, which makes it substantially better. So we're going to spend a turn or two here just healing up. What we could use is perhaps some more skinks, some cheap units to fill out the army, give us some more width here. It's not that much more expensive for the javelins, and the javelins can do everything that the regular skink cohort can, but also have javelins. But I think what we're looking for here is just some more width. You know, we'll spend this turn just healing up, and next turn recruiting. That way we can switch over Xlanhuapec from crafting to alignment war, which will give us an extra extra level on all our recruits. So we do have enough money now from those battles to build up a temple guard barracks. Or if we build, where the heck is it? We build this first, croc scores. So we could get croc scores then, and then work on, yeah. So it also gives us technology, which we're pushing towards eventually. So why don't we start that off here? So it'll be 5 turns. 5 turns waiting for that. Yeah. So I think that's a good option there. Down here, Mazdamundi, I don't see any incoming threat from the other Lizardmen here. We do have the vampire counts, or I guess the vampire coast in this game, giving us some possible trouble. They're not causing any corruption yet, so I foresee them being a problem soon, though. We're going to have a bunch of fights against the undead pretty fast here. Okay. Now we only have these 2 armies, but they do cost quite a bit. We do have also a mysterious island here, which, if we go into Force March, can we get into the water? I think we can. So why don't we do that? Pop ourselves into the water here. Next turn we can go grab the mysterious island, and then come back onto the shore. Keep on replenishing. If we're doing that, I think I'm going to merge these skin cohort with spears and these regular skin cohort. Just reduce the amount of attrition that we're taking in the water here. And what can we build in Skeggy? Nothing much. So overall, things are going pretty well. I'd like to know what the
nation. You have a proposal?
They're still at war with Ss'ildra Tor. So why are they not attacking Ss'ildra Tor like I told them to? Just go back up there, guys. Yeah, so they know that's where I sent them to. Maybe I'll reset their target. That'll wake them up. Okay, so hopefully they do something about that, because I'm pretty sure they're going to lose Grey Rock Point here next turn, because there was a small Dark Elf army right there, and then they just sort of abandoned it. So, stupid AI. Alright, and with that, I think that's everything we can do. I think next turn we'll have enough for the ritual. Will we have enough? I think we'll be just shy, actually. Yeah, we'll be just shy, so it'll be another 2 turns. And we only have the Messenger of the Gods mission, so nothing we can do to make any more tablets. Apart from maybe we could scout some ruins over here. Xlanhuapec is probably ready for scouting again, if we can get down there. But not next turn. So go ahead and end the turn. That power bar on Lowland, though, it's pretty crazy. So I think that was no action from the...
I do not fear your dark power.
It's true, I do not fear their dark power. Like, not even a little bit. No. No. I'm afraid that we're gonna have to kill you now, because we tried this too many times, so they... What did they do there? That's Skyer. They probably owned those ruins down there. Here comes the Empire back to Grey Rock Point. Because why did you ever leave, dummies? That'll give us some vision up there, I hope. Yeah, let's see, what is the Vampire Ghost going to do? They also have a really big bounce power bar, but I know that's because they just have lots of huge armies, because they are They are vampires. That's just how they roll. So it looks like somebody else started up their ritual. So that's the Dark Elves now. Troubling. New World colonies mobilizing against the settlement, like I told them to several times. So we should be able to grab this. Sites home to an ancient shrine of lost god. The place is bathed in power, and as your followers approach, angry runes upon the shrine illuminate their glow, a beacon to the wary. Choose, booms a deep, disembodied voice. So I think Farsight or Aggression. Are we going to have time to use on any of the... I think we're just going to go for the campaign one because it's... yeah, magic item drop chance plus 25%, campaign line of sight plus 15%, and the spell shield. So, lots of magic items in this playthrough so far. We're going to want to get back onto land, and that will start up our replenishment. Unfortunately, it means that we can't start recruiting more this turn. What does this do? So we can pop him back into there to help replenish the troops. Just a little bit more replenishment. Yep. Okay. And we appear to have some things we can build. Do we? Not really. Yeah. So happiness is dangerously low over here. I don't think the Shrine of Sotek is in any particular danger. What did the dies give us? Do we get any bonuses for building that up? Not really. It is very cheap, though. I was planning on making this my economic center, so why don't we pop in the Skink Favelas? Yeah, Skink Favelas should do well here. But we could also use some happiness. I guess we do have public order plus 4 from this. It's stable, but it's minus 93. Just anything that goes wrong could send it over the edge. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I think it's time for Mazdamundi to push on out of Tlaxtlan. Tlaxtlan can be upgraded, which I think we probably should do. And Mazdamundi, I guess if we're going to move against this other Lizardmen faction, then it's over this way that we'd have to go. So I think that's the path we'll start to take here. Not too worried about this army right now. I guess we could fill up the last 2 spaces with just some skinks here, but we'll worry about that in a turn or 2. Public order seems decent here. We could tax it for like no money, but I don't think we're going to do that. And I think that's everything we can do. How's our intervention going over here? It's going. Not sure why they're taking so many turns to build up here. Maybe they're going to put Croxagores in siege towers or something. I don't know. But it's going. And meanwhile, we now have the Dark Elves starting their ritual as well, so they're also ahead of us. So it'll be one more turn, and we can start our ritual. But we are a bit out of position with our armies. So we'll check on which settlements will be boosted up, and we may have to just hightail it back out of here with Mazdamundi actually. So actually, why don't we see if they might take a peace treaty with us actually. I don't really want to be at war with them. But he's rejected the offer as of right now, which is annoying. But it is what it is. Go ahead and end the turn. Hopefully we'll see Lothern's ritual get cancelled here. Come on now. Come on, Intervention Army, do something for us. Show us what you're made of. We may have to wait a few turns after we could strictly start our ritual because we need to get into position here. Damaged walls, okay, but you have no army to follow it up with, so what are you doing? So they're going to follow along and try to harm us, but it's not going to be enough. Old world colonies once again are just spazzing out here and forgetting about Ss'ildra Tor. And there are the vampire counts following up with Xlanhuapec. Okay. Okay, so ritual is available this turn. Had the walls damaged up there. Xlanhuapec has a pretty scary army. What does their garrison look like? Not the biggest garrison, so I think we can probably still take this. We can probably still take this. Tlaxtlan. Ah, yes, so we can put some walls in here, which we will do. Because walls are always nice to have. Or I guess this is just a garrison. So if we were to do this, which it would be Xlanhuapec, which should be safe. The Ziggurat of Dawn, which is up here, and the Mirror Pool of Tepok, which is over here. So that's all up in these regions. The Mirror Pool Mirror Pool has an okay garrison. The Fallen Gates has a better one. And the Ziggurat of Dawn has, again, a decent garrison, not amazing, but it's the best we can. It's the best we can do. Does this give any? Yeah, no. So I'm not sure why I picked those three in particular, but I think the Ziggurat of Dawn will have to face off against some sort of scaling or invasion or some sort of Norskins. So I think we're going to want to get Malakagor's army built up before that. So why don't we... So the Chameleon Skinks are a cool idea. I don't think they're going to be any help at all against Chaos. Maybe against the scaling, the Norskin invasion. But I think just the javelins seem to be sort of sufficient for taking care of the riders. We could probably use a couple more Saurus warriors here. If we're going up against Chaos, then the anti-large. Yeah, we don't need shields if we're going up against Chaos, because they don't really have much in the way of ranged. In fact, our line of skinks here is probably enough to beat them range-wise. So maybe some more Saurus warriors with spears. One for either flank, and then I guess one more regular skink cohort, just for some not so expensive defense on that front. So try once more for a peace treaty. That's a high chance. Try to get a non-aggression pact out of them as well. And can we get some money too? They don't want to give us any money, I don't think. Moderate transfer, a little bit of money. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, I am okay with that. Because Mazdamundi needs to get the hell out of Dodge. We need to get him back up to our main region as fast as we possibly can. So I think that'll take us actually out through the water here. Don't really want to. So if we go up this way, it's 4 turns. If we go up this way, that's 5 turns. I guess land is. I guess land is the better option. So yeah, it's because we'd like to get him in here. I think he's actually going to need to get to the Ziggurat of Dawn. So out this way, it's 6, 7 turns onto the water, and this way it's 7, 8. So I guess out through the water is faster this way. Okay, so we're going to send him up in that sort of a direction. And get Mazdamundi back over onto our side of the world. Hopefully things don't fall apart on over here. We're gonna try to build up some defenses, but yeah, we're gonna be mainly just sort of undefended here. And Xlanhuapec could break their word. It's possible. I don't really want to click the ritual yet because we don't have our forces built up at all, and Mazdamundi is miles and miles away. Jodex Causeway, is there anything we can build to help us along here? Not so much. Skeggy will be upgraded in 2 turns. I mean, thankfully we do have walls in these settlements, so they couldn't just go in immediately. Once again, though, I think we're gonna have to tell the Empire. We're gonna have to give them a different target. If we send them after the sulfurates, that doesn't have any walls, I don't think. So that might. Oh, it does have walls. That is a capital. So.
By the comet.
Don't know why they're not going after Ss'ildra Tor properly, but that's that. Yeah, so I mean, maybe Mazdamundi can snag some treasures while he's going up there as well. There's some fell cargo, remnants of a battle, and shipwreck on the way. So maybe we can pick those up. Yeah. Okay. So I'm aware that we are not starting the vortex ritual as early as we possibly can, but we would like to get our defenses. We'd like to get our main army moved into some sort of defensive position before we do that. So we'll see now. Does the intervention army do anything, or are they just going to sit there? Wait for the ritual to complete. Okay, still seems like they didn't do anything. Ss'ildra Tor, up to their old tricks. Xlanhuapec, I think they have their hands pretty full with the Vampire Coast. Aw, come on now, guys. Well, they're gonna lose the north there, so and annoyingly we have vampires all up in our land here. Okay, so supposedly the New World colonies are mobilizing. This looks like the opposite of that, though. Can we get Mazdamundi into... We can get him into the water this turn, I think. So I think that's what we're going to do. Might not want to trespass against the vampires, though, if I can avoid it. So I think we're going to go up here. And then jump in the water. So that'll send us up this way. We'll head towards the remnants of battle. That'll take us 2 turns to get to, I think. But should be fine. I suppose that we have buildings to be built. We could upgrade the spawning pools. Don't really need it, I don't think. Might not be a bad idea to upgrade the insect breeding farm. But then again, we don't have tons of cash. Where's the Viper? Same sort of situation everywhere. So I think we're going to continue on recruiting. I think we're just going to fill up on Skink Cohort, actually. Just to give ourselves a larger armor here for Malakagor. We don't need the replenishment. I think we pop him out. We have to get some more money. Yes, we do. He's deployed now, so that's a little bit more cash. So we'll keep him out of the army and wandering around this region when we can. And so I think our deployments are going to be Malakagor up in the Miracle of Tipak and Mazdamundi in the Ziggurat of Dawn. And then once we get them close, we can start the Ritual of Rumination. And is our... Yep, they're still just sitting here over on this side. You don't say. So, yeah, hopefully, I mean, the Eldern has 4 turns remaining, so hopefully they do something before then. They pay quite a bit of money for that army. I didn't pay for them to do just sit there and look at Lothern. They're supposed to fight. So skip over that, end that turn. And hopefully, I'm just ending the turn because I want to see them. I want to see my intervention force actually help. The previous intervention force did completely nothing. They got killed in 1 turn immediately. The Lizardmen intervention was destroyed. So it looks like it was another waste of money. I think I have no choice but to go up there myself and try to take out Lothern. I think they're confederating with the other elves and such. Okay, that's... Don't know why the vampires are coming after me now. They have perfectly good other Lizardmen to fight. So yeah, the Lizardmen intervention was destroyed. Can we see what, if anything, what damage they did? Doesn't look like they did anything. They just died, like 100%, just murdered. So that's unfortunate. I would have hoped that the intervention would go against the weakest of the weakest link in the chain, but it seems to just go against whoever their lord is or whatever. But yeah, so I think that's where we'll end this episode today, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the episode, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks again, and we'll see you around here next time.